Hi everybody, it's Andrea, aka Violet Kitty 411, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has been engaging with comments, likes, and subscribing. You know I appreciate it so much as we enjoy the #1 game in the franchise, The Sims 2, together. Now we are back in Belladonna Cove and we're going to start on the apartment homes. And the consensus of people who had an opinion was that they want to see me redo entire lots, not just individual apartments. So let's go ahead and check out the next family that's up for redesign, and that's the Baldwins. Isabel and Benjamin have a great life together, things that are next to perfect right now. Will Isabel's uncle Carlos and his wild exploits bring shame to the family name? Let's go in and see what's happening. So here we have Benjamin, who is a popularity sim and an inventor, and very, very inappropriately assigned as a popularity sim. He could definitely be either a family sim or a knowledge sim, but definitely not popularity. I would say he's a family sim. He is a tinkerer, but he's also a science guy. So that's great. So Benjamin's love for science and inventions has helped him become great at his career and one of the more prominent members of Belladonna Cove's high society. He hopes his children will follow in his footsteps someday. Over here we have Isabel, who is Carlos' niece. When Isabel married Benjamin, she settled into family life. Sophia and Marcos, it says Marcos here, were born and the future is looking bright. She tries to keep tabs on her uncle Carlos. Trying to keep his romantic exploits private has been a challenge. His retirement will probably make it much more difficult. And she herself actually is assigned as family, and I would not have chosen that for her. I was thinking pleasure because of her high playful nature, and it turns out I was right because her predestined hobby is cuisine, and pleasure sim does really well with the cuisine. Here we have little Sophia, who, though just a child, she's sharp as an owl and as curious as a cat. She studies hard trying to get good grades and make her parents happy. She is a fitness sim. And I think that Marcus, it's Marcos in Isabel's bio, but his name is Marcus. I think he's probably going to be a fitness sim as well, but he might be a sports sim. Even though he's just a toddler, Marcus is already showing great creativity and charisma. He's not going to be that either of those because, okay, just it is what it is. And maybe he'll follow in his father's footsteps as he grows up. Benjamin can influence the kids as they grow up because, yeah, that's outside of Isabel's purview. But anyway, so this is their home. It is 4 apartments, and they have this open air downstairs, which we will find things to do down here because otherwise that's just wasted space. And not really a lot as far as communal space for the lot, but we will get some of that in here. So let's go ahead and evict them. Now they had $52,000 in the bank, and or maybe they had $58,000. That's what they have in the bank. So things happen a little differently. The economy of apartments are a little bit different. And now they're showing 111, 166. Now, I used the lot adjuster tool to get rid of all the furnishing, and one nice thing about apartment life is that all of the apartment buildings are actually in the specialty lots of the lots and houses bin. So if you mess up, it's not a problem. Okay, so here we are. Everything that is not architectural has already been removed. So I will just go ahead and do what I do, which is, of course, make everything all clean, a tabula rasa, because that is the easiest way to redesign, as I have expressed on many occasions, because you don't end up being influenced by somebody else's decision-making process. Now we will need to activate our cheat And so it is boolprop, apartment base, lot, specific tools disabled, false. And now we toggle, and now I can do everything I need. Can't do this until you do that. So I will deconstruct and I will be back. Now each floor has 2 units, a larger unit which is basically about 3 bedrooms, and a smaller unit which is 2 bedrooms. And I was originally going to keep that, but I think I'm going to go completely left field, and I'm going to, instead of doing the same rough amount of space, I'm actually going to have a penthouse situation for the Baldwins, and then 3 units on the first level. And the reason I call this first level is in Europe, the first floor that you walk up to is the first level. So I'm going to have this as 1 unit. We're going to section this off right here. Oh, you know what I do need to do is I actually need to reorient the stairwell because I want both of them facing this direction. Right like that. Put that back in, not that I need it, but we will do that. And then the other thing I want to do is put another flight of stairs up. That way we can possibly create something here on the roof. So we are going to have only this much of a landing because they really don't, I just don't want to waste all that space. Just zero desire. But we will also go ahead and put 2 watch out glass doors in there, and we also need to make sure that we section off this balcony. So there's that. And now we have 3 units. None of them are particularly small. Obviously this one looks like it's probably bigger, but I'd have to do an actual count. This would be a penthouse unit, right like that. So there will be a decided best unit, and this is the one we're doing for the Baldwins. Now when it comes to these 3 units, you'll want to consider something like putting closets between the units if possible, and also putting other things between the units, because that will prevent noisy neighbors. If you have a closet right here, these people can't disturb these. If we maybe put some bathrooms and or kitchen spaces here, it will definitely prevent. So worst case scenario is put art on the walls, and that also helps, but yeah, something to do. Okay, so it took me a while to come up with a plan that was satisfying, that did what I needed it to do, and we're going to have 3 units here on this floor. So this will be separated by closets here that will prevent the noisy neighbors. Then we've got 1 really small bedroom. Remember, these are a small apartment, so definitely not a luxury. And each bedroom has its own closet. Then we will have a micro bath right here for each of them. So that's these 2 that are actually the smaller. Now the larger one is going to have a bedroom right there, and then a micro bath, another bedroom right there, and also a bath, and maybe a hall closet, although I haven't made that solid decision yet. But that's pretty much what we're going to do. And all of these are basically concealed. Now, while this closet does conceal, do not be surprised if they could get some banging right here if you don't put something right on the edge, simply because I have had a situation where I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt what was happening on the other side of the wall, being a dining room, but I had woohoo sounds coming from their dining room, so I would not have wanted to eat off of that dining room table. Now for the Baldwins apartment, this will be the entire floor dedicated to them. This will be the sleeping area, and this will be the general living area. So right here we've got a master bedroom, one closet, and a second closet. These two will be the smaller bedrooms, separated by two closets, and then a small bathroom. Now, next we will have the master bath off of the closets, then the kitchen, and then the less formal rec room, and this will be the formal living room. So because I was technically designing 4 different homes and I tried to give them each a different feel, this did take quite a bit longer, even longer than my goth house or the House of Fallen Trees. So let's go ahead and take a look. But before we do, somebody had asked about doing a textured ceiling. It's super easy. You do have to have apartment life included. You need 2 tools activated. The toggle ceiling down here, right above the funds, and this 45-degree view that needs to be toggled as well. Now you can use any flooring that you like. I currently have a linoleum up here, but you can use any flooring that you like. I like to put a carpet up there if I'm creating a sound room, like a music studio, because it just makes sense. We can grab this hexagray from Future Waffles and put it right up there and hold the shift key, and it does just exactly like that. Now that's not what I want up there, but that's what we can do. So I did make some significant changes to the exterior of the building. I gave it a much better grounding by enclosing the bottom floor, which I felt looked honestly like it was not adequately supported. Also, I changed the exterior to the marvelous marble that we see in the Grand Evil Witch's castle, because I just felt like it looked better for this particular build. I really did. And on the rooftop, we created a rooftop playground for Sophia and Marcus, because we have both toddler and child, and yes, it does not come off as extremely safe, but you know what, we're just gonna suspend our disbelief. They cannot go flying off the roof. That's all there is to it. So we have quite a bit of common area now on the ground floor that are usable, because also, in addition to being more sturdy from an architectural point of view, it's also protected from weather. And so to both the left and the right, as we enter, there is a chess table. And in this little corner here, we have a couple exercise bikes with a TV to watch while they're exercising. Not that they actually can, but I always like to think they can. They can in Sims 4, by the way. Well, they don't have exercise bikes, but they have treadmills. And at the other end of this corridor, we do have a very nice grill from Sims Life Stories, complete with fire alarm. Now we can go through these archways, and we've got some darts on either side, plus 3 different picnic tables for those Saturday afternoon house parties or building parties that the landlord likes to host. And then through more archways, we've got another recreational area where we've got a pool table, and at the end, hi Daisy, at the other end we have a poker table. And in each of these little areas right here, we do have a little bit of a bathroom because we can. And in this room where it was originally a hot tub, I just really felt like the pool was more of the way to go. Now let's go upstairs to see what's on the next level. And this is how we enter 3 of the 4 units that are available. Now the 2 smaller units are each 587 square feet, and the larger unit is actually 812 square feet. So we'll enter this one first, which I decided to style in green. Like I said, it's 587 square feet, so it's pretty snug to have 2 bedrooms and 1 3/4 bath. But they've got a sitting area over here, and they can watch their TV across there, and they can even play some games. I mean, it's not luxurious, but it's comfy. Right inside, we do have our phone and our dresser, because you know I do like to put the dresser right inside. And right here is our micro 3/4 bath. Over here, we do have our first bedroom done in the Atomic Kids, with a wall closet and a little table in lieu of a desk because it saves space. Then adjacent to that is a 2x3 bath, and you might notice that this is a primarily green unit. And then right across from the kids' room is the larger of the 2 bedrooms. Again, everything done in nice cool green tones. And a nice little balcony with a grill on top and covered with some green tiles. Now back out into the hallway, we're entering the second unit, and this one is the purple unit. And I absolutely adore this, working with the complementary color of yellow. And it is the flip unit of the other. Now, there will be no nasty neighbors because our kitchen completely covers this wall. So you shouldn't have any neighbors between that and the 3/4 micro bath right there. Some lovely artwork, bookcase, easel. And now for the smaller of the 2 bedrooms, it's decidedly a bit on the feminine side, with the same floor plan. And the bathroom is exactly the same as found in the green, with the exception of it being the purple tile. But otherwise, all the bathrooms are pretty much the same, because this is, of course, a rental. This is a texture from Sim Life Stories, offset by the yellow because we do love our complementary colors. And it brings me joy. Another balcony with an eating space and a grill. And the 2 balconies are actually separated by this wall. I had originally just had them separated by the railing, but I just figured this offered more privacy. Now across the hall, we enter the mid-size unit, which is all done in blues, and of course the complementary color of orange, and some even other colors. Not a one-trick pony here. All right, so there is a chess area over here. We've got a little bit more freedom Our 3/4 bath here is right here, next to the smaller of the two bedrooms, and this smaller of the two is bigger than the others. This is a 4x4 bedroom. No desk in this bedroom, but there is a desk in the main living area. And across from this main living area, we have our 2x3 bath right here. And then access to the larger of the two bedrooms. I hesitate to call these master bedrooms because, for one thing, they don't have an ensuite bath, and they're really not that large. They're just the larger of the two. So there's that. And then quick access to the kitchen with the eating space in the kitchen, right like that. And the balcony on this unit is great for some nice relaxation. Back into the hallway and heading back upstairs, we're going to go ahead, and there is only access to one door from here, which will put us into an entryway where we are presented with some artwork and a brick glass wall. And at the end of each side of the brick glass wall is a nice column to define the space. Now, as we sneak past this brick glass wall, we come into our main living area. Now, while the textures are mostly gray in the living space, it is brightened up. This is where the Baldwins will be living. More of the brick glass wall on this side. I have 3 dressers here, creating my space for the console to hold the electronics, and it just really fills the space nicely, offers some additional color. I had started originally doing it all black and white, and then I just wasn't feeling it. I went total color with this. Over here, we have a nice balcony with an eating space off of it, but this isn't the only eating space. And then we have a large kitchen with an eating space in the kitchen. All the appliances. Did not even forget the kitchen sink, which I do a lot, let's be honest. Now from here, let's go back through our entranceway. I just really love this entranceway, I really do. And down here we do have the kids' toy because that's where it fit best. It was either that or put the little apartment life doggy there, and I didn't want to put the doggy there. This door is a 2x3 bath done in the grays instead of the blues, greens, or purples like we did with the other units. And through here we have Sophia's bedroom. I just felt like she was all about the princess stuff. This will carry her through her teen years. Directly adjacent, entrance into Marcus's nursery. And I'm pretty sure that both of the textures on these rooms are from Life Stories. Love them, absolutely love them. We've got the sculpture bear over here, plus the real toy over here. And why they did not make this something that the kids could play with is sad to me, but they didn't. Leaving, we've got a hallway that leads into Isabel and Steven's room. And I have the stuff from Sims Life Stories, the Bally stuff, all done in the gray, but a lot of accents in color because we are not afraid of color at all. We do love lots of color. But even Isabel is wearing black, so it just kind of really felt the way I wanted to go. And through here we have two different closets. We've got a wall closet and we also have a walk-in closet. Wall closet, most practical purpose is for woohoo. And then we've got their bathroom, which is a 2x4 bath. And the bathroom actually has access back out onto the front entranceway. So both the master bath as well as the kids' bath can be used by the public. And then traveling upstairs again, we can go out onto the play space for the kids. Get a little breath of fresh air, maybe bring our easel up here and enjoy the views. And I did forget to point out in the balcony off of Stephen and Isabella's bedroom, we have a couple nice loungers and a espresso as well as dishwashers so they can enjoy a nice morning coffee. Okay, and the units go for $2,088 to $5,062. Clearly the one on the top will be the $5,062 because it is also 1,987 square feet. Now I did not figure out the value of their lot, but we're just going to have them get it for free because we can. All right, so the green is for $21.24 a week. The purple is for $2,088 a week, which they are identically sized and appointed as far as that's concerned. The mid-size is $24.55 a week, leaving the penthouse being $5,062. Let's go ahead and shift and rent my furnished apartment. Stephen, rent that furnished apartment. Yes, we do want to rent the furnished apartment. And Isabel, I would like you to put Marcus on the rider because that's super cute. And Sophia, why don't you go to school? Or, oh, you're checking something out? You're doing a what's this? And how cute is that? That is so cute. All right, wonderful. Beautiful. Now actually let's take him into his bedroom. And Sophia has found the gaming system. We love that for her. Some SSX3. That's perfect. Stephen, have a good day at work. Thank you so much. And you know what? We're going to send our daughter off to school. She is in public school. We'll have to fix that. I did actually forget to one very vital thing for a toddler. Let's go ahead and go in and get him a potty chair. Here we go. Isabella, why don't you potty train Marcus? All right. Teach him some potty training. Way to go. Considering you don't have the ability to potty train him speedy. All right, wonderful. And Marcus, why don't you play with the activity table? Isabella, why don't you go use the toilet? Ooh, and we're getting our, thank you, Mr. Humble. After you're finished with that, why don't you open that? So we'll put it in Sophia's room. And now, Isabella, you've got some skills, so I'm going to have you make a group meal of, let's see, what's the best thing that you can make? Turkey, pork chops, salmon. Why don't we make actually a holiday roast? Let's see how well that goes over. Okay, I guess I've never tried this in an apartment. It's showing that they've got no food. Okay. Interesting. So I'm going to have to call for a grocery delivery. That's interesting because that is a brand new Yeah, let's, oh, Chinese. What about groceries? Huh. Okay, so I couldn't get a grocery delivery, but I sold one refrigerator and replaced it with for the exact same cost, and all of a sudden I have food. So there's that. And Isabel has discovered her love of cuisine, and we're going to go ahead and just give her the secondary aspiration of Pleasure Sim. That way she can write restaurant guides and contribute to the household income that way. Why don't you chat with somebody online to satisfy that meet someone new? Please, thank you. And why don't you put Marcus in his crib, please? He is really, really tired. Put him in his crib. He's actually gonna have to wake up before he's fully rested, probably, because he's also hungry. Monkey bars, great. That's good for physical fitness. Love that. And the headmaster has arrived. Let's wait for him to get up here. Why don't you actually, you know what? Let's recycle that. And now how about a kiss kiss darling? Okay. And why don't you give him a tour? Why don't you enjoy this room right outside of here? Yay, that's amazing. Oh, my child is awake. He is awake and hungry. Okay, he'll be fine. Actually, you know what? Let's actually change his outfit and he'll follow us into this room anyway. This is 2 birds, 1 stone. Here, why don't you look at this? Okay, great. Okay, and now let's actually put Marcus here. And he's going to follow us. And why don't you get a bottle for Marcus? And show him the room. We're getting some points as well as childcare. We love that. Okay, actually, you know what we're going to do is get leftovers. And we still have another room. Oh, yes, that one out there. All right, perfect. We're not finished with the tour yet, though. Okay, nope, you're not that hungry. And Marcus, oh, you need to pee, but that's okay. Actually, Isabella, why don't you come over here and show him this room? Okay. And, oh, great. Okay. And thank you. And now how about let's call you for dinner? And is Benjamin available to talk? You can eat and Benjamin can also eat. And as soon as you're finished potty train, actually, you know what? You should potty train Marcus. Why don't you potty train Marcus? And Isabella, you're hungry, plus you have a high interest in food, so why don't you eat? Or you have a high interest in food, but you also have a high interest in school. You're doing great as far as your smooths. Oh my gosh. Well, that was awesome. We got our full tour. Okay, thanks. I think that obviously this is going to do well for them. They're doing fantastically. And, oh, you know what? You really actually need to potty train your son. Did you do that? Oh, yeah, I guess you did. Did he? Oh, he's doing great. Okay, fine. Well, I feel like this is a good fit for them. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you soon in the pixelated world, and that's all I have to say. No, we're not going downtown. Okay, VK out.